Hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, actually for the next 2 hours here at Verbling, we're going to be looking at prepositions. First, we're going to have 2 classes in a row, 2-hour-long classes in a row. First, we're going to concentrate on prepositions of time. Prepositions used to express time, days, hours, weeks, months, years, etc., or durations of time. We'll look at these, and then near the end of class, we'll do some fill-in-the-blank exercises and test what we've learned. And then coming up in the following hour, we're going to look at other often confusing prepositions, confusing for second language learners, and easy to get mixed up. Again, we'll do the same thing. I'll kind of clarify the prepositions, and then we'll do some exercises. So we're going to start out looking at prepositions to express time. Hello, Andre. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Pretty good. Thank you very much. Okay, Andre, well, let's get started. I'm going to share with you a screen share, a document, and talk about prepositions of time and how they are used. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Okay. First, we're going to talk about, well, there's really 2 sides here, but first we're going to talk about at. We use at with specific times, generally, okay? At 5 o'clock, at 11:45. Okay, also, we use at whenever, okay, at midnight. Obviously, midnight is a specific time. Right? What time is midnight, Andre?
Midnight, 12 o'clock, 24 o'clock.
Okay, very good. Sometimes 24 o'clock. Okay, or that's right. Or 12. 12 is okay. There's something very many people are confused about. Andre, is midnight? Is it 12 a.m. or 12 p.m.?
EM.
Very good, Andre. You're a winner. Right, because if you consider once it's past, once it's 12:01, for example, it's past 12. It's in the morning. It's a.m. That's right. You are correct. Okay, and also in expressions that use the word time, like at lunchtime, when we actually consider time, we use at. All right, in a sentence, Tom usually gets up at 7 o'clock. We also use at in these expressions at night. This is the weird one, okay? This is the strange English exception. If you've been studying English, you know that there are often exceptions. This is the strange one because because we say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. This is the odd exception. We always use at with night.
Okay.
Okay, so when we're, we also use it with, for example, at Christmas, at Easter. It's more or less unspoken, but implied that we mean at Christmas time, at Easter time. Okay, and we use.
Sorry, can I say at holiday or not?
Well, no. You would probably use on. On the holiday. On the holiday. Notice at Christmas, no use of the.
Okay.
Because we're going to say, if we use the word day, for example, we always say on Christmas Day. But at Christmas, we would probably say on the holiday if we're talking about a holiday
Okay.
in general. Good question, though. We also use at for such expressions as at the moment, meaning now, this moment, which is basically specific at present or at the same time. Okay. At weekends. This British say at weekends. Americans say on weekends. There's a difference between British and American English here. Or if we're talking about past, about someone's age, at the age of 4, I could drive a car. Not really, but we also use at in this expression. Okay, we're going to move on to on. First, let me welcome Igor. Hello. Hi, Igor.
Hello, teacher.
Howdy. Welcome to the class. And I would also like to welcome Javier. Hello, Javier. How are you? Oh dear, I see that you are unmuted, but unfortunately I cannot hear you, Javier. So you might have to play around with your settings, or possibly if that doesn't work, you may have to leave the Hangout and come back. Sometimes that works as well. Later in the class, we're going to be doing some practice exercises together, so it'd be great if I could actually talk to you. Good luck, and as soon as you get it figured out, Javier, just shout out, give me a shout out, say hello, teacher, and so I know that I can converse with you. Max, welcome to the class. Hey, Max, how are you?
Hello, teacher. Okay, I'm fine. What about you?
Oh, I'm fine so far. So far. At this time, I'm doing okay. Well, there you go. There's at. Okay. We're going to move on to on. And by the way, as I plow through this information, any of you guys have a question, don't be shy. Feel free to interrupt me and ask a question. I encourage you to do so. Okay. On. We use on with dates and days. For example, date on March 12th. Or, okay, we express this 2 different ways. On the 12th of March or on March 12th. Either case, we're going to use on. On Fridays, I go to the gym, okay, to show a regular behavior. On Friday, I'm going to the gym. It doesn't matter if it's a repeated every Friday or if it's one specific Friday, or, for that matter, if you're talking about a part of the day on Friday morning, okay, or I work out on Friday mornings, for example. So, days, okay? So, dates and days. It doesn't really matter on Sunday afternoon, on Saturday night.
Sorry?
Doesn't really matter. Sorry? Go ahead.
In this case, night, it's with on.
Yeah, okay, good question. Thank you. You're absolutely right, because strangely we use at night. Okay, but if we're going to actually say the day, then yes, on Saturday night. I go out on Saturday nights. Yes.
Okay.
Nice, good observation. Okay. And then basically, if we're going to actually say day, for example, for a holiday on Christmas Day, but we would say, but at Christmas, implied at Christmas time. Okay, I'll see you on Christmas Day, but we would never say I'll see you on Christmas. Okay, so that's important. Okay, so much for at and on. Now let's talk about in. All right, we use it's associated with during, but first things first, we're going to look at in. We use in for longer periods of time. For example, in April, in 1986, in winter, I talk about a whole season. In the 19th century, in the 1970s, all right, you could even talk about weeks, sorry. In the first 2 weeks of April, I was on vacation, okay? So to talk about a longer period of time. And when you're talking about mornings, if you're not mentioning the day, in which case you would use on, you use in the mornings, in the afternoons, in the evenings. Okay, and before you ask, no, we would not say in the nighttime. in the night. Well, maybe we could say sometime in the night. Well, I would probably say sometime during the night, actually. Sometime at night. It was in the night. See, here's a weird thing. Probably if I was going to say time in the nighttime, I would use in. If I'm talking about really more vague, I would say at night. Okay. But if I really wanted to talk about duration, I would probably say, well, there it is, during the night. Sometime during the night, I fell out of bed. Okay. We also use in plus a period of time to talk about a time in the future. Okay. For example, Jack will be back in a week. The train will leave in a few minutes. All right, so we're talking about the duration of time before something happens. Okay. We use in, and then the actual time. We can use in the past. We can use in plus the duration, actually, how long it took to do something. For example, I learned to drive in 4 weeks. Okay. All right, how long it took to do something? Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it. Related, but used slightly differently, is during. We use during plus a noun to say when something happens. We use during. Okay, to express when something happens at the same time. Okay, during the film. All right, meaning the time period from the start of the film to the end of the film. During our holiday, same thing. From the first part of your vacation to the end of your vacation, during the night. Oh, there it is. I fell out of bed sometime during the night. Okay, I fell asleep during the film. So we often use this to talk about an interrupting action. Okay, sometime during the film I fell asleep. We met a lot of people. Okay, you met people. This is an interrupting action during our holiday. All right, so that's the idea. We often use it to express there was an interrupting action in the duration of some other event. Okay. And it could be, like during the night, could be during the winter. I usually stay inside my house. All right, during the winter, okay, I'm expressing the duration of time from the beginning to the end of winter. Okay. Moving on to 4. We use 4 plus a period of time. For 6 years, for 2 hours, for a week, it doesn't matter. For a billion years, for 2 nanoseconds, doesn't matter what the length of time is. For example, like this, I have lived in this house for 6 years. Notice the use of the present perfect tense. This is very common with 4, meaning up until now. Okay, I've lived in this house for 6 years implies from the last 6 years until this very moment I am speaking. As does this next sentence. They have been watching TV for 2 hours. Again, you have a perfect tense being used, and in fact, it's actually a perfect continuous tense, present perfect continuous, because you're describing an action that takes time, that takes duration. Okay. All right, so the meaning here, they've been watching TV for 2 hours, from 2 hours ago up until right now as I speak. If you look at the first example, I have been living in this house for 6 years. Yes, you can actually use continuous tense in this sentence as well. They have watched TV for 2 hours. It's possible, but because watching, the verb itself, is more of it implies a continued action, action with duration. It would be more common to use a continuous. But, again, very common with a present perfect form, using 4. Okie doke. Next one, since. Whoops. We use since in a period of time. Okay. From that time to now. Since 1992, since April, since 8 o'clock. Okay, since a specific time. All right. It has been raining since 1 o'clock. Now, if it's 3 o'clock now, I can say it has been raining. Notice again, I have has been raining. I have a perfect continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense. If it's 3 o'clock now, and I want to show the duration of the rain, I would say it has been raining for 2 hours. Okay, so I'm really expressing the same information, one using 4 and the duration of time, one using the beginning. Since always means since the beginning time. They've known each other. Sometimes it's not specific, okay? They have known each other since they were at school. Notice, once again, we have a perfect form, have or has, and the past participle. Okay. All right. My neighbor has been playing with his motorcycle since 9 o'clock this morning. He's been playing with his motorcycle for 3 hours. I wish he'd go somewhere else and do that. All right. All right. They have known each other since they were at school. All right. Fine. Okay. All right. So it's not so perfectly, it's not a very specific time. It's a little more vague, but we can still use since. All right. Finally, we're going to look at until and from to. We use until or till. All right. What is the difference until and till? Well, until I can figure it out, I can't tell you. Or till I know, I can't really explain. Basically, until is a bit more formal. Till is more relaxed, conversational. You would always use until. For example, speaking, we can use till. If we're starting a sentence, even speaking, we generally always use until. If this comes in the middle of a sentence or a prepositional phrase at the end of the sentence, it's common to use till in conversation. The meaning is completely the same, however. And the meaning is we're saying how long a situation continues. For example, let's wait until it stops raining. Okay. I stayed in bed until 9:30. Notice let's wait is in present tense, and you're talking about a future action, or really a stopping of action. It stops raining. Okay, so I can use it to express something about the future. Okay, I will wear a hat until my hair grows back. Okay, all right. It can be quite vague, actually. Or I can use it to talk about the past. I stayed in bed until 9:30. I stayed, it's a simple past verb, simple past tense. Okay, pretty basic. Actually, this one, until and since rather, often get confused. So maybe we could try that. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. First, I'm going to talk about from to, and maybe we could try. You guys could try making sentences with since or until. Okay, we use from blah 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 to blah 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 to talk about the beginning and end of a period. For example, last evening we watched TV from 5 to 8 o'clock. Okay, so you're being very specific about the beginning and the end. It snowed every day from December to March, for example. Okay, I can talk about the past. I can talk about the future. The meeting will last from 5 to 8 o'clock. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Since and until. I think we should try this out. First of all, welcome, Hussein. Hello.
Hello, Cliff. Hello.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Terrific.
How about you?
I'm okay. Okay. Let's. Can you use a sentence with the word since?
Me?
Yeah. Can you try to make a sentence with the words with the preposition
Okay.
since?
Yep. I have been playing American football since I moved to USA.
Really? Is that a true
No,
statement?
not true. It's
Okay.
just an example.
Oh,
I wish it was
all right.
true, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you don't, Hussein. You can get awfully beat up. I had a tradition with my friends in the States. We would play American football every Thanksgiving. I don't know, playing football on Thanksgiving is kind of a tradition. Your family and your friends, whoever. Oh my God, the day after Thanksgiving, I was so sore every year. It was also a tradition. Many people go Christmas shopping the day after Thanksgiving. My tradition was to lie in bed and moan a lot. Oh. Anyway, good job with since. Andre, can you? I would like you to try making a sentence with until
Um,
or till.
we go to the mountain until yesterday.
Okay, but it's yesterday, right?
We went.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's it. All right, you've figured it out. We went to the mountains until yesterday. Okay, meaning you came back yesterday. Okay. You could also use from to in that statement. Max, can you try using from and to in a sentence?
Okay. Yesterday, I played computer game from 5 to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
5 to 9. From 5 to 9, yeah.
All right. 5 to 9 o'clock. Okay. Very good. All right. Perfect. No problem. Um, let's see. I would like somebody to try during. Javier, can you? Is your microphone working? Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. Javier's microphone has not been working since the class started.
Yes, I'm here.
There it is. Okay.
Thanks. I have a problem with the microphone.
Oh, okay. Well, you're on now. Great. Terrific. Glad to hear your voice. Okay. Javier, can you make a sentence using during?
Mm, uh, I will see the TV during the night.
Okay. I will see the TV during the night. Well, okay. I mean, that's okay. Yes. The only problem is with your choice of verb, because you see something. All right. I look out the window and I see my neighbor fixing his motorcycle. But I just looked really quickly. I glanced out the window. I can see that he's fixing his motorcycle. But something I don't have. I'm teaching class. I don't have time to watch him. If I watch him, I see him for a long period of time. So we always use watch with a movie or a TV show, because we're gonna, for a long period of time, be seeing it. So I will watch TV during the night. Or okay, so watch would be much better. All right, you may. You can, Javier, you can see pretty girls on the beach, or you can watch pretty girls on the beach. You know, which one would you choose? Okay. All right. Igor, I'd like you to try using for in a preposition of time in a sentence.
I've been learning English for about 3.5 years.
There you go. Okay, perfect. For about 3.5 years. Okay, good job, everyone. Okay, whoops. What's going on? I gotta, excuse me. What's going on here? I've got a freeze action going on here. There we go. Okay. Strange. I'm having technical difficulties. Let's see if I can turn my camera on. I can't. How odd. Okay, I don't really need my camera anyway. Odd. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna screen share another practice exercise worksheet so we can test out time prepositions, if I can. All right, here we go. This is odd. Can you guys see the worksheet I'm trying to share? No.
It is
I don't think so.
first.
Weird. No, nobody can see it? Weird.
I see 4 and since, but I guess it's not what you're trying to share with us.
No, it's not. Okay. Very strange. Do you see my picture?
Right now, it's just black.
It's just
No, I
black.
can't.
What the heck is going on here?
Maybe you can. Right now, I can see your picture.
Uh-huh.
I can see your picture.
You can see my picture. All right. Let me attempt. Oh, something weird's going on. Okay, why? Suddenly I've lost all functionality of the. I can't. I'm out of control. I've lost all functionality with anything. I can't use the camera. I can't use the screen share. Really weird.
Shit happens.
It does.
Maybe reboot.
Maybe
You can
reboot.
refresh.
Yeah, possibly.
You can go on.
All right, gentlemen. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try leaving, but I'll be right back in 1 minute because I can't do anything. I'm just stuck. I can't even chat in the chat box. Strangely enough. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna take off for 1 minute. See you
I'm
guys.
waiting for you.
Yeah, it's bated breath, I'm sure. All right, see you in a little bit. Oops. Why? Okay. Hello.
We can see you.
Yeah, that's a start. All right, so the camera's working again. All right, that's a start. Great. Getting somewhere. All right, let's see if I can get my chat box back now. Here it comes. Hooray.
Do it.
Loading. Yay, okay. All right. We're making progress. Now let's see if I can work the screen share. And there we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your advice and your help and your patience. Okay, let's try these. Let's whip through some of these. Got a bunch of exercises. Let's see if we can add the correct preposition. Hussein, number 1.
George visits us for every Christmas.
Ah, could be a
In
trick.
every Christmas.
Uh,
On
in
every Christmas.
With about every Christmas, over every Christmas.
No, it's on. I think on. Yeah, on.
Okay.
Looks like at.
Looks like at. Okay, probably it should
Like
be
first
at.
May.
Visits us at every Christmas. Okay, at would be grammatically correct. On, if we said on every Christmas day. All All right. In reality, this is kind of a trick. You don't even need a preposition here, actually.
For every Christmas.
George visits us every Christmas would be perfectly fine, actually. But at would also be correct. Okay, little trick. Actually, a preposition we didn't look at, but this reminds me of. We also, somebody may visit you over the Christmas holidays. Okay, sometimes we use over, especially to talk about holidays. I don't even know if there's any other way we use over. Over spring break. Talking about vacations and holidays, we can use over as well sometimes.
Could you say something like, I will teach you the preposition of time over this class?
I would probably say in this class, but
Well, maybe over the course of this class.
over the course of this class, over the course of is very good, is a very common time phrase that we use. Right. Over the course of the year, I have traveled to 3 different countries. Over the course of, yes, it's very common. He will eventually learn English over time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay. Andre, could you try number 2?
They had a nice party in June the 12th.
Specific date.
Yes.
So it has to be on.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, it's on. On June the 12th. So whenever we use a day, on that day, on Sunday, or a specific date on June the 12th.
Oh, yes.
On, right? Okay. Max, number 3.
I'm not sure. I'd say without any.
Very good. I would agree with you. I would not use a preposition here if I were saying this. We met only last year.
What about till last year? Until last year.
That wouldn't make sense. We met only, and that means you met before last year and then you stopped meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Because once you've met, you've met. It's, on or off kind of thing. Okay, we met only in the last year is also possible.
What difference between the last year and just without the last year?
Yeah, we met only last year. Okay, we met only last year. There is a difference. We met only last year means, what year is it now? 2014, right? Can't remember. We met only last year means we met in 2013. If I say we met only in the last year, I mean basically 365 days, sometime in the last physical year, from last September 5th, 2013 until now. All right? In the span of a year. Okay. So there is definitely a difference in meaning. Definitely.
That's a nice thing to know.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Javier, number 4.
I do not have music since Wednesday.
Oh, well. Okay. I understand why you're saying that. You're getting a little confused by the have. But the have, this is present tense, okay? So if you consider its present tense a regular action, all right, Javier, it would be, I do not have music on Wednesday.
Okay.
This Wednesday, well, okay. On Wednesdays, if it's a regular action. on Wednesday this week. Still use present simple. I understand your confusion. I really do. If I had said I have not had music since Wednesday. Okay, since that time up until now. And again, with since, we're commonly going to use that present perfect structure.
Okay.
Igor, number 5.
He arrived on December 12th.
Yeah, pretty easy one. Hussein, number 6.
Lilac blossoms in May.
Yeah, what is wrong with this sentence? There's a problem here.
I
Lilac.
don't know.
Yeah. Well, lilac is a type of bush, pink, purple, white flower. Smells really, really pretty. Lovely, really nice. But it's countable. 3 lilacs. So Igor's exactly correct. Igor is exactly correct. It should be, there's a problem. It should be lilacs blossom. Okay. Lilacs in general, this bush, blossoms, they have flowers in May. All right. That's right. So, yep, we had a little problem with verb conjugation here. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Who did this one? Lilacs blossom in May. Whose turn is it? Matt, I forgot.
I did lastly.
You did? Okay. Andre. 7.
This palace was built in 20th century.
Okay. This palace was built in the 17th century. Okay. Yeah, we need in the. We absolutely need the, because since, each century, all right, which century, you need to be specific. Centuries are countable, but this is very specific. We've designated it as 17th, so we need the article the 17th century.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Max, number 8.
I will go away. I don't know why, I'm not sure. It's 25th of July.
Nope. It's a specific date. Remember, number 2, they had a nice party on June the 12th. He arrived on December 12th.
Okay.
Both of them, June the 12th, December 12th. Now we have a different construction, 25th of July.
On 25th.
Wrong.
Bro, in 25th.
No. It is on. It is on. You're right about that. But it should be on the 25th.
On
Yeah, on the 25th of July. It's a little tricky with the article the. This specific article the.
Yeah.
Giving a date. June the 12th, June 12th. Either one is okay. So, I don't know. I don't know why. This is so stupid. English is so frustrating. I know. Either one is correct to say. June the 12th or June 12th. On the other hand, it would always be the 25th of July. Always the, if you're saying the number, the date first. Igor, sorry, what is your question that you just typed? I'm not sure I understand it.
It's about pronunciation.
Reduced to
The
on.
flag.
I see what you're saying. I'll go away on 25th. On the 25th of July. Let me think about that question. He arrived on December 12th. We don't really Maybe we do reduce it slightly, but it's barely noticeable because on is already one syllable. It's already a relaxed vowel sound. Maybe slightly. He arrived on, yeah, he arrived on December 12th. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the proposition for 17th century?
Oh, sorry. This palace was built in a period of time.
Yep.
Okay, and I have to use the again here, in the 17th century, because I have to say which one. Which century? The 17th century. Okay, Javier, number 9.
He bought this car on March.
No. No. Okay, a larger period of time, if it's a date or a day, that's when we use on. If it's some larger period of time, a year, a month, we use in. He bought this car in March in 1972, in the 70s, to talk about a decade, in the 20th century, okay.
Okay.
In the information age, in the nuclear age, you're talking about dinosaurs in the Pliocene age. Okay, humans learned to smelt iron at the end of the copper age. I don't know. All right, number 10, Igor.
They do not work on Friday.
Sure, easy one. You keep getting easy ones.
They're all about on.
Yeah. Daffy Duck. Hussein. Next set. First one.
Some people rest. Okay, at night, in the morning, in the afternoon.
Yeah, you logicked it out. You're correct. In the afternoon, right? The afternoon is considered, like in March, a bigger chunk of time. Andre. Andre?
Sorry.
No problem.
They saw a crime in noon.
Yeah. Andre, remember we talked about midnight at the very beginning of the class.
Yes. At.
Noon is a specific time. So, for specific times, at 3:45 in the morning, at 5 o'clock, I wake up at 8:30 a.m. every day, at. So, yes, at. Very good. Max?
We celebrate different fests in October.
Very good. Fests is kind of short. Really
Festival.
Reduced speech for festival. Thank you. That's correct. Very good. Javier, number 4.
I always get flowers on my birthday.
Very good. Your birthday is a day, so very good. Javier, do you always get flowers on your birthday?
No, never.
Never. There's another preposition, Javier, which may fit this sentence. Do you know what it is?
For my birthday?
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Right. The meaning is slightly different. When you say on my birthday, you're just saying you get flowers at this time. When you say I always get flowers for my birthday, talking about the purpose. You get flowers, the purpose being that it's your birthday. Okay? So, all right. For the use of celebrating your birthday. Okay. Very good. Good job. Igor.
This program is only on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Igor, just whatever your sentence is, just say on. Okay.
That's a saving grace, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. That's life. I don't know. It just worked out that way. Hussein, number 6.
Children must rest well during weekend.
Ah. Okay. Here's
Fine as well, but I think I should use children must rest well in weekend or on.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem, is that British English and American English differ on the use of the proper preposition. Okay. British use at the weekend. They think of it as one specific thing. Or even they say at weekends without the article. Americans say on the weekend. On the weekend.
But during is also fine, right? During the weekend.
During the weekend is actually also fine. Yes, because it is a duration. Actually, I would agree with you, Hussein. If I was saying the sentence, children must rest well during the weekend, are actually going back to our earlier conversation. Over. Precisely. Children must rest well over the weekend. So, okay. Multiple possible answers yet there, but the chief thing to remember with weekends, British it's at, Americans it's on.
Pesky Britons.
Yeah, well, or pesky Americans, I don't know. Depends on how you want to look at it. Andre, number 7.
There were many wars in the Middle Iron Age.
Perfect. Very good. And you got the article, in the Middle Iron Age. We have to use the because there are many ages, so we're being specific in the Middle Iron Age. Perfect.
Sorry.
Matt. Yes, Andre?
Can I say during?
During the Middle Iron Age. Yes, you can. Very good. Yes, because it is a long period of time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and okay, and definitely the many wars were interrupting action. So yeah, very good. Max.
We decorate a fir tree at Christmas.
Okay, that is correct. It would at Christmas. Okay, at Christmas time. Or what if you actually decorated the tree on Christmas Day? Oh, I just said it, didn't I? Okay, if I can change the meaning here. We decorate a fir tree at Christmas means basically at Christmas time.
Or
Vaguely during the time we celebrate Christmas. Or if I say we decorate a fir tree on Christmas, I mean on Christmas Day, specifically, is when we decorate the tree. And you can also, Igor is right, you decorate the tree for a purpose. Why do we do it? For Christmas. We decorate a fir tree for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go, Igor. Speaking of your reduced pronunciation, listen to how I say this sentence. We decorate a fir tree for Christmas.
fur.
Fur. Got it. Yeah.
Fur.
Just for the fun of it. Yeah, we decorate a fir tree for Christmas. Yes.
Sure.
Definitely. That's reduced speech. something Igor and I have been working on. Okay, that is true, but now you're talking about the purpose, not actually the time. But it does fit. It fits very well, and it would be very common to use for here. Javier, number 9.
Yes. This school was built in 202.
Well, that would be very old. How about 2002? Okay. This school was built in 2002. And Javier, I caution you to be careful with adding an extra vowel sound in front of school. I know it's school, it's espena, but it's school.
School.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. Words that's in English that start with S. Be careful not to add that extra E sound. School. Yeah. And the date is 2002. School was built in 2002. Okay, Igor. Wow, you get a different one. Hooray.
That's no ons. Okay.
Yeah.
The weather is usually cold in January.
Okay, all right. The on trend finally came to an end. Okay. All right, one more set. Probably won't make it through, but we can do a few. Hussein, number 1.
Yeah. The course starts on Tuesday afternoon.
Perfect.
Or at Tuesday afternoon? Does it?
No, not
No?
at.
Okay.
In fact, if we're going to say a more specific time, actually, we would say the course starts on Tuesday at 3 p.m. in the
3
afternoon.
p.m. All right. No.
Okay?
Okay.
So listen to this whole mess. The course starts on Tuesday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, there you go. And actually, that's very common to express a specific time in this way, using 3 sets of prepositional phrases. Actually, that's very normal in English. I know it seems kind of silly, but that is quite normal. Andre.
We play specials games in the Easter.
No, definitely not in. At, okay. If you're considering at Easter time, at Easter. We play special games at Easter. Okay, if you're considering the day, we play special games on Easter Day, or just on Easter. So with holidays, at or on are appropriate, but if you're saying on, then you're referring to the actual day, because we always use on for dates and days. All right, like number 3 here, for example, Max.
It usually shows at Christmas Day.
No, always on for day.
In, on, oh yeah, on.
Okay.
Remember,
I don't know if you can remember it this way. At for time. At time. At Christmas time, for example, and we use at for times, 3:45, at 3:45. For days, we always use on. So on Christmas Day, on Tuesday, on day, at time. One more, and then Javier, you get the honors here, and then I have to start a new class. Javier?
They rested in Jurmala on last June.
It's a trick, Javier. It's a trick. I don't think you don't actually need any preposition. Notice when I have last June. Okay, earlier we talked about we met only last year. George visited us every Christmas. All right, when we're when we're using an adjective in front of the actual time, we don't even need a preposition. Last year, we're going to Manila this week. This week, I'm using some kind of a demonstrative, a determiner, some form of a determiner. I don't need a preposition. Okay, gentlemen, I am out of time. In fact, I've managed to go over time yet again. So, adios. I'll see you guys again soon. And I'll be doing another class
See you soon too.
with other prepositions. What's that? Bye. Bye, Javier.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll try my best not